You know, there's a lot of folks that preach paleo, preach zone, a lot of people that preach a hybrid. So you got one that really focuses on quantity and the other, paleo, focusing more on quality. Both are probably the best bet to kind of make your own, but anywho, the zone diet, recommend somewhere right around 40, 30, 30. This being your carbs, this being your protein, this being your fat, okay? In order to do that, they've made blocks. Blocks are just a way to systematically make your arithmetic a little easier to make sure that you're at a 40, 30, 30 split. So one block yields 9 grams carbs, 7 grams protein, 1.5 grams fat. So you need to go figure out your body fat percentage. Best way to probably do that is to find some place with a bod pod, B-O-D-P-O-D, hydrostatic weigh-in, skin fold caliper, a skin dex caliper. If none of those work, you know, there's some tools you can use on the internet, but try to figure out a way to accurately measure your body fat percent and try to have a third party do it so it's accurate. Your lean mass is our really important number. So we can use my numbers, 170-ish times 10% body fat. Gives you 17 pounds of fat and 153 pounds of lean mass. 153 multiplied by an activity multiplier, and I'm going to go really basic on this one. 0.5 if you're just a lazy bum. 0.6 if you have a lazy job but you work out, sedentary. 0.7 if you have an active job and you work out too. And I'm really not going to let anyone go much higher than 0.7. So we know me, I'm up and down all day training people and I work out, so I'm going to give myself 0.7. 153 times 0.7. 107. So we got 153 times 0.7 gives us 107. 107 is my daily need of grams of protein. All right. So 107 divided by, there's 7 grams of protein in a block. Divided by 7 gives me 15.2. So I'm going to just write this out. 107 divided by 7 equals 15.2, which is 15 blocks per day. That is my zone prescription. Furthermore, we need to break this down into how to spread out your blocks. So I'm going to erase this whiteboard. We're going to move on to maybe making a sample meal plan. Let's do that. 15 blocks a day. Now, I'm not a huge, I don't eat a lot at one time. In fact, my biggest meal of the day is probably going to be dinner, which I think is pretty common for most people. So, and I'm a grazer, so I want to probably have, when I wake up, I'm not that hungry in the morning, so I'm going to give myself 2 blocks, and I'm eating at 5 a.m. in the morning. And then I'm hungry at 8 a.m. And I usually work out around 10 a.m. So this is going to be another small 2-block type meal. 2 blocks. So I've used 4 blocks out of 15. Post-workout, so this is going to be probably like at 11 a.m. I'm going to put in parentheses post-workout. Give myself 2 blocks. And then I'm going to eat a meal about an hour after my post-workout shake, so right around 12 p.m. And that lunch is going to be a 3-block deal. So I've had basically 9 blocks already. I got 6 left. So right around 3 p.m. I'm going to probably have about a 2-block snack. And then dinner is gonna be right around 6 p.m. Probably 3 blocks for dinner. And that's gonna give me 1 extra block, which I am gonna take it and have an 8 p.m. 1 block an hour before bed. Alright, so that's how I'm gonna spread my blocks out. I recommend you disperse them however you feel necessary, but definitely don't have 3 squares a day. That's old fashioned. I want you to be able to disperse your blocks. Let's go ahead and build some meals next. So I'm gonna just take protein, carb, and fat. Breakfast for me is gonna be quick and easy. I'm gonna go ahead and write 8 ounces of coffee. And that's not gonna really go towards anything. And then 2 blocks. So I'm gonna go ahead and give myself about 1 1/4 cup of spinach. This is gonna sound weird to you guys, but I freeze my spinach. And then I'm gonna have a 1/2 cup of blueberries. So that's 1 block of spinach, 1 block of blueberries, equaling 2 blocks, which is what my allotment is. Okay, now moving on to fat, I'm gonna give myself fat from peanut butter. A 1/2 teaspoon is 1 block, so I'm gonna give myself 1 teaspoon of peanut butter. Or almond butter, or whatever kind of butter you have, cashew butter. And then for my protein source, I'm gonna go ahead and throw, we know that 7 grams of protein is 1 block, and so I'm gonna have 1/2 scoop or 15 grams of whey protein. Now my spinach is frozen, my blueberries is frozen, and so I'm gonna add water, 1/2 scoop protein powder, 1 1/4 cup of spinach frozen, 1/2 cup berries frozen, 1 teaspoon of peanut butter, blend it up, there's my 2 block snack, I'm good to go. Now pre-workout, I'm gonna work out at 10, so I eat 2 hours before, that's just the way I roll. I'm gonna go with an apple, and an apple equals 2 blocks of carbs. I'm gonna go 2 ounces of deli turkey, and I'm gonna go 6 almonds. That is a 2 block snack. Piece of cake. Post-workout shake. This one's gonna look real similar to the morning one. So I'm gonna go ahead and have 1/2 scoop whey. I'm gonna have the same right here. 1 1/4 cup of frozen spinach, 1/2 cup blueberries, and I'm also gonna have the same here. I'm gonna have 1 teaspoon of peanut butter. All right. So far the day's been pretty easy. Now it's time for a little more complicated salad, okay? For protein, I'm gonna have 3 ounces of diced chicken on my salad. I'm gonna have 2 1/2 cups of spinach. I like spinach, by the way. And then I'm gonna have probably somewhere in the neighborhood of 1 cup mixed raw veggies. That's anything from peppers, cucumbers, things of that nature. And then for my fat, I'm gonna go ahead and go 1 teaspoon, 1 1/2 teaspoon of olive oil or some sort of fat-based dressing. Good quality poly and monounsaturated fat, nothing saturated. All right. Hopefully we're not confusing you guys, but each meal here is very consistent, has your protein, has your carb, has your fat, and we're hitting that 40, 30, 30. 3 p.m. snack. Now, everybody's gonna be a little bit different. For me, 3 p.m. is still a part of the day where I'm working real hard, and I'm not gonna have time to make a big production out of a meal. So I'm gonna gotta have 6 cashews. I'm gonna have 1 cup of strawberries. I'm gonna have 1/2 of an apple. And then for my meat, I'm gonna have 2 ounces of turkey. That's a pretty quick and easy snack for me. Now dinner is gonna be, again, probably somewhere right around 3 ounces of salmon. We generally have fish for dinner just about every night. It's just, the less legs, the better. We're gonna go 3-4 cups of mixed veggies. Okay, piece of cake there. And I'm gonna probably put half a teaspoon of real butter on my veggies. Okay, moving on for a block dinner snack. This is super simple. I'm gonna 1/4 of a cup of cottage cheese, probably 1/4 of a cup to a 1/2 of a cup pineapple, and then I'm gonna have almond slivers on top. Okay, and this is gonna be somewhere right around like a teaspoon. This is a cup, maybe a 1/2 cup pineapple. Pretty basic zone chart, you know. The whole principle is to each time you eat, have 40% carbs, 30% protein, 30% fat every time you eat. So never ever ever have just jerky for a snack or an apple for a snack. You need to have everything balanced. So this is what it looks like inside your stomach, 40, 30, 30. This will basically help prevent a spike in insulin levels, which means you probably won't be in a fat promoting state. You'll champion better sustained energy levels, so your blood sugar will stay very steady. Performance-wise, you should look at an improved energy throughout the day. Don't be surprised if you're hungry every 2 to 3 hours. That's actually pretty common, and I think ideal. It's going to get you to graze more, keep that metabolism burning real strong. It takes a lot of calories for your body to go to and digest food, you know, break it down, go to the absorption state, post-absorption state, distribute it back out. We talked about this, so if anything, if I had the chinks in my armor, I think I could probably take my fruit down and up my vegetable count a little bit. But all in all, it just comes down to planning and preparing your meals in advance.